Back on Ed Schultz News and Commentary. Good to have you with us from the great state of Florida in the studio of Mike Papantonio, Ring of Fire radio host, America's Lawyer. Mike, good to have you with us. This is Sherrod Brown endorsement, I think, caught a lot of people flat-footed in the labor community, but it also raises the expectations of Hillary Clinton, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It makes Hillary look immediately like she's a progressive. It's the stamp of approval for progressives. And it is kind of the precursor to Elizabeth Warren. That's really the point. Is Elizabeth Warren going to follow suit and try to make Hillary look like something she's not? Mm-hmm. I think the most bothersome thing about it to me, Ed, is the union's inability to understand what's happening to them. I mean, it doesn't take much analysis. You've got the NEA, for example, education coming out saying, "Look, this is possibly our next president." They forget that she's one of the people that was hugely involved in education reform. She's one of the people that was behind the idea of let's change the way we educate our children. What that means is close more schools, allow chartered schools, allow for special deals for schools that want to do something more in line with what we believe is this concept of no child left.
Well, let me give you a connection to that, and that's Rahm Emanuel, the mayor in Chicago. It seems to me that Hillary Clinton has been quiet on the picking and choosing of neighborhoods in Chicago when these low socioeconomic type neighborhoods are being shut down, losing their schools, and cutting opportunities all because of the budget. Well, if you need more money in the budget, you got to go find it. You don't take it out on the kids. Bernie Sanders has been very clear on that. He's been against it. In fact, he supported the candidate who ran against Rahm Emanuel. Hillary Clinton, of course, was silent on this. So it is puzzling that these unions, the American Federation of Teachers, the National Education Association, against the will of a lot of their members, they've come out and endorsed Hillary.
Well, it doesn't end there, Ed. If you think about it, how does any union say that, yeah, this is a woman that has something in common with us? Look, Hillary Clinton grew up with Walmart. She was board of directors of Walmart. Her staffers come from Walmart. This is the most anti-union organization in the world, possibly. How does a union say, yeah, we're good with her? We understand we're gonna overlook the fact that what put her on the map politically was organizations like Walmart. The TPP is a great example. Yeah. How do we forget that she helped? She's one of the people that put wheels on the TPP. She helped negotiate some of the possibilities of TPP, and now she's turning around saying, "Well, gee whiz, I don't think it's such a great idea." To me, the naivety of some of this union leadership is almost overwhelming. It takes me back to the days when the union said, "Yeah, Ronald Reagan's probably going to be a good president," and from there, it's been downhill for the unions ever since. There's no difference in this woman and Obama.
This is not about personal. This is not about the candidate. This is about the issues and where the candidates are on the issues.
Exactly.
So where does this, where does this leave Bernie Sanders, in your opinion?
Well, Bernie Sanders has got to continue doing what he's doing, and that is showing up with huge crowds, making sure that he looks more like the populist than Hillary Clinton. Because look, this is a facade. Hillary Clinton's populism is a facade, Ed. Any way you want to dress it up, this Sherrod Brown certainly doesn't help. It certainly doesn't help Bernie Sanders in trying to make the distinction between himself and Hillary Clinton. And to have Sherrod Brown come out and say there's no difference between these two candidates is just absolutely insane.
That's not right. There is a huge difference between these two candidates. And, of course, Bernie Sanders is somewhat taking the high road, just pointing out, hey, I've been here all along. It's nice to see Hillary come over. Is it good politics for him to question her position of just how genuine she is on this? I think the point I was making earlier, okay, now go kill the deal.
I think he has to at some point. Look, I really respect the idea that Bernie's been out there, high ground. I'm not going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about the other candidate. But how do you not talk about Hillary Clinton's relationship with anti-union organizations for decades? How do you ignore the fact that it's Bill Clinton, her husband, that's going to have a huge influence on her candidacy and her presidency, that brought us NAFTA and CAFTA and every other union-busting organization since then, and say that the unions this is a smart move for them to come out and negotiate with her and endorse her. Mm-hmm. I just think it's in more of that Republican, it's more of that Ronald Reagan Republican connection that the unions felt they had to make back with Ronald Reagan. It's more of that failure.
Okay.